patience is a virtue. I seldom have.
And that is where we'll start tonight's episode. I was trying to get it to start with all of us talk about butts, but I mistimed it.
No!
Butts.
We hope Tad rolls like lumpy butts tonight.
There was a
everybody.
long string of adjectives on the type of butts that I should roll tonight. So, hello, Internet. Remember this show? It's been like a month or more since we've actually... More than a month since we've actually played.
Yeah.
But we promise it's weekly. Promise you that the show is weekly.
It hasn't been yet, but it will
But
be.
it has all of the potential to be. Someday we'll get there. Maybe even next week. Who knows? So anyway, welcome to Rise of Tiamat number 27. If you missed us last time, Celeste will do a recap in just a little bit that we'll go over it, but I wanted to say a few words up front, get a couple things out of the way that I need to do as part of the thing that we do here. So 2 sponsors, you can see them in the bottom left-hand corner of your screen. One is Initiative Coffee Company. There's a link there in the Twitch chat if you would like to pick up some Initiative Coffee Company for yourself. They also have at least one ongoing charity blend as well. So you purchase it, you get a good, unique, specific type of coffee, and it is also benefiting a different charity each time. One was with Anxiety Gaming. I think this one is Jasper's Game Day, I want to say. I could be wrong. And they usually partner up with a different group to help put that out there, so that's pretty cool. And you can use a coupon code, get $2 off your order. Also, sponsored by Elderwood Academy, who are our super great friends who send us all sorts of really cool gaming gear to use on stream and in person. I got Bucky's Hex Chest, by the way. Quentin and Dan sent me the Hex Chest that Bucky's work returned to sender. So now I have that to give to him. But, more importantly, folks, there are new foil options coming to the Elderwood Academy store. What I hold in my hand right here may well be the first ever orange metallic foil spellbook you will ever see. Maybe not the last in an ideal world. But they have, I had mentioned before, there's the pink, the teal, and the green foil. There's now orange, and some really, probably one of the most badass designs I've seen is their new rainbow foil. I think I showed you guys that. They have a rainbow foil now. So, obviously there's all sorts of cool, and you can get any design, custom like mine, or the pre-existing designs in a rainbow foil, which is, I haven't figured out exactly how the pattern works. I'm hoping to have a conversation and do a full reveal and expose and talk about all that. It's not currently in the store yet, but if you ask for it, you should be able to get it. So that could be a really cool thing, because who doesn't love a rainbow, right? I mean, I would love if they could get a partnership with Wizards to get the ampersand in the rainbow foil.
Oh, that'd be so cool.
For all sorts of Pride-related things. They do have dragons. You can wow, that came out of nowhere. Dragons. You can get dragons and have them printed in foil. But you could do your own logo. Obviously, we've got Rid in our party and Remy here. Currently, rainbow anything would be fitting. I also just kind of want a unicorn spellbook in rainbow, like a nice emerald green with a silver border and a rainbow unicorn. That's just for me. That's just a thing I want. But this isn't a show where we just talk about Elderwood Academy for 2 hours. Speaking of, 2 hours is a thing we're trying to do now, to cut back on you guys, make it a little more digestible for you, give us all some time to get time back in our lives, but if we do run late, it's still within what we were used to playing, so we're not gonna be up till 1 o'clock in the morning for some of us. So be on the lookout for that. That being said, we're all pretty understanding that narrative is narrative, and if we're close to finishing a story beat and we gotta go over, we'll do it. But the goal is 2 hours. So, that's my piece. Celeste, what happened last time?
My God, what didn't happen last time? So basically last time, we started off, we had just basically defeated this like wizard tower with this crazy maze outside. We had emerged from that, and right as that had happened, we had heard screaming and terror coming from this small village right bordering this creepy tower. So we all ran the hell over there, and we saw that there was this ancient black dragon, or blue dragon that was attacking this town. And Roswin recognized it from way back in the day, Horde of Tiamat days. And this blue dragon had something kind of weird going on. It has this freaking lich eye that's like crazy glowing green, so it can cast spells. It's terrible. So we're all running up there and we're like, well, we clearly have to handle this situation. And it's like, give me the dragon mask and I'll leave you alone. And we're like, fuck you, buddy. So we started a fight. So all of last time we were fighting this dragon. So we started things off hot. Leo summoned his new celestial mount. And started taking off into the skies to deal with this dragon. And then almost immediately, this dragon attacked right back, and Leo plummeted 300 feet to the ground. That was how we started that fight. So Rosin, right off the bat, had to slam some big old juju healing magic. So we're dealing with that situation. And then Rid is up there in the sky as Remy right now, punching this dragon in the face. And then all of a sudden, Leo gets back up there, and Leo uses his ultimate. That's the first time we've seen that. So the lion's roar, giving everybody a bunch of bardic inspiration. So we're all super freaking inspired. But as this is happening, the blue dragon fixates on Roswin. He's like, I know you. And Roswin's like, yeah, bitch, I did that. What? And they fight, and the dragon comes over and rips Roswin's wings off. Just rips them off with his stupid dragon hands. And we're all like, oh shit. And then Roswin falls out of the sky, and then all of a sudden something like magically and sparkle happens, and Roswin becomes Sailor Moon. Roswin is fucking Sailor Moon, flying through the sky with magic all around them. And that's basically the situation right now. We have a moon warrior goddess there. Leo's flying around on his lion, and I believe Remy is still attached to this dragon, right? And that's the situation. Cuckoo bananas.
Cuckoo bananas.
Cuckoo bananas.
That's a pretty good definition of this stream. So I'm looking at my notes. So I have the initiative. We ended the round, and we're gonna start this next round. The dragon goes first in the initiative order. I have its hit points. This is last time when we played was when I coined the term trauma and drama to describe the Belladonnas.
Oh, it's pretty good. So we should have those shirts coming soon.
Yeah, as soon as we determine what's a good graphical representation, unless it's literally just the words.
You coined the term last time, and I've used it at least twice a day since.
Yeah.
See, I'm glad. See, I'm permeating regular conversations now.
Yes.
So yeah, I guess if we come up with a cool shirt design for that, let's say when we come up with a cool design for that shirt, that'll be available in our merchandise store, which does help to fill the reliquary, which could do something really great for these ladies, or something weird, or something bad.
You never know.
It's true.
Guess we should see.
Listen, Evil Game Party is being followed for the next week by an unkillable satyr who does nothing but insult them. So
that's horrible. That's awful.
We blew all of our high level stuff to try to murder this thing, and it just reinflated and just meh. And it's Jake, so it's Jake making really annoying jokes at all of our characters' expense with intermittent bleats. So that won't happen to you guys because we've had that happen. So that kind of goes out of the cycle till we go through all of them. Okay, so the dragon, it's its turn. So
don't forget the dragon is baned also because of my ultimate.
It has a yes.
Also, let's start this out with a fuck ton of moonbeam damage.
Yeah. How about we roll the right damage this time for it?
Yay!
Okay, well, let's see. That's 10.
I can't. What even spells? What do I have left? Nah.
Yeah, you guys got a little tapped going through that tower.
Well, yeah, because we didn't have a long rest after the tower before jumping into this fight.
I know. It's by design.
I'm dead.
So that's gonna be 42 points of radiant damage.
Let me roll my save. What's the save?
18.
18.
I
Does he have the Bane thing?
He does have the Bane, so
I also believe the dragon has tapped all 3 of their legendary resistances from last time.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, yeah.
well,
remember
he
that.
still gets a 27 on his save, so he's gonna pass.
So just as a note for you, because I know there was one for Synaptic Static and he burned 2 for Odella Scrolls.
Yes. Okay. So what was the damage? I'm sorry. 30.
What did I say? No, it was 40. Was it 42? I think I said.
Sure. All right. I'll just cut that in half. That's fine. Because he succeeded, and that is. Was there anything else up on him persistent? I don't think so, right?
I don't think
ongoing
so.
damage. No. Okay.
No.
All right. So then it's its turn. It gets its legendary actions back now because it's its turn. Does it get its breath weapon back?
Mm.
Let's hope not.
Nope, it doesn't. Can it do anything cool with its eyeball?
Nope.
Oh, it does.
No.
No.
It does heal. You watch as some of its wounds begin to knit back together. Because I keep forgetting that it has regen. Okay, so that's that. Let's see. It tried to. I want to say it tried to dominate one of you at one.
It tried to dominate me.
And then I think it tried to disintegrate you as well.
It did try to disintegrate me as well. It was a day.
Okay. All right. What else we got? In the form of magical properties. How about okay. All right. Leo, make me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Word.
Fine. I will. Ooh, okay. That's a 19 on the die, which I feel pretty good about.
Yeah.
And then I get my bless.
Yeah.
So that's +7. So 26 before I add my +1, 27. Suck it.
Okay. All right. You feel your eyes begin to cloud over with an inky void.
Oh, God.
And you manage to just press through it, and it dissipates.
Oh, my God. Okay.
You felt like a little bit of the like you were nope, you're fine, like that, just a little bit, like starting to come up, goes back down, and it started to instill a little bit of like anxiety and panic, and at the same time you also felt slightly drowsy, but you managed to stave all of those off all at the same time.
Okay.
I'm
not worried. This is fine.
Okay. That's it for that's it for him. Then after that is Remy.
Okay. I'm just gonna keep punching things, and I am so mad.
Yeah.
Like every punch just lands with a scream because my friend hurt, and my friend did a really cool thing. But first, my friend got hurt. So I'm gonna go ahead and punch. That.
Roll all with advantage.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Good to know, because that was a bad roll.
And you have a D8 of bless as well.
Yeah, a D8 to all your attack rolls.
26.
We got you, girl.
Yeah. I'll just tell you
Ultimate.
the AC is 23. So
Yeah, we're good.
just
Um,
make it easier.
that's 2 have hit so far. 3 have hit so far. 4 have hit so far. I'm spending a key point. I didn't clarify that. I'm doing 2 attacks and a bonus action and a key point, and we're just gonna punch things.
Yeah.
Yes!
Give me that 4 points of.
Come on.
5. 9, 6. Then 8 times 4 is 32, right?
That's accurate, yeah.
Yes.
So let's see, 42, 47, 53, 62 points of damage.
Bam, bam, bam.
Wow!
Every
Are these in a specific, are you just hitting it? Are you targeting? I don't remember exactly where you were spatially around it, but were these targeted in any specific way, or are you just beating the shit out of it?
yeah,
In the butt.
Oh, okay. So I do think you went down to the ground by Roswin because you brought Roswin back up
I did.
after
I did.
Roswin was unconscious.
I did. You are so right. So I'm
Good.
gonna fly back up to the dragon and punch.
Okay.
Just like fly up to the sky and punch the dragon. I had been punching the eye, but I think the second I'm not thinking about that as
Gotcha.
strategy anymore. I just the second I get close enough to the dragon to punch it, I punch it.
Gotcha. Okay, cool.
And like punch as I'm flying up there really hard.
Okay. Then, let's see. At the end of your turn, it's going to make a tail attack against you.
That's fine.
Here we go. Well, let's see how the Bane does here. Oh, no, that is 16,
Woo!
which I think misses, correct?
It does.
Yep.
It does.
All
Hard.
right. So, then that is it for Remy. Then it's Odella's turn. Okay. Here we go. Now time to look through what she's got left.
Oh man, you guys, I am like almost tapped out.
Yeah.
Okay, no 5th levels.
I'm
no
also
4th levels.
We've got this.
No packed magic slots. 1/3. Okay, how are we doing on equipment here? Oh, we're almost out of charges on that, and that, and that. Oh boy. All right.
I'll just blast them.
Yeah. We got one charge left in the Wand of Magic Missile. Where? Ooh. Yeah, we are pretty much tapped.
Yeah.
We got 2 charges left in the Ring of Shooting Stars. Can we do anything with that? With 2 charges? Lightning damage, great. All right, so never mind.
Crap. Oh, thanks for reminding me about the lightning damage. Yeah. Okay.
No, it's totally fine.
Damn it.
I
I have to rethink what I'm gonna. Oh man, what am I gonna do?
Cry, maybe.
There's really not much. Eldritch Blast, I guess.
Hey, bread and butter.
Because
I want to see Ted do Eldritch Blast for her because Laura always misses.
Gets rolls
Eldritch Blast.
or rolls ones like consistently. Oh man.
So we got, let's see, 32, 33, and a 21. So the 21 will miss. With 2 hits with the Eldritch
Nice.
Blast. Where are the D10s? So 11, 21 points of Eldritch Blast damage.
Nice.
Not too bad, all things considered. And I don't think we have anything good as bonus action. All of her heals are spent. Alright, that's gonna be it, I think. Sorry, Laura, if you had other plans. I ain't got nothing. You took 10 points of damage, so...
No, I mean, she was saying last time about how out she was of the big move, so...
Then it was Roswin or Leo. I don't remember who was going first in that order.
I think probably me. Did you give it to
Yeah,
me?
I think I let you go first.
Okay.
All right. So I am currently
first.
yes. So I am currently flying around on Orion the Lion.
I have that written down too.
Yep. He's the hunter, and he comes from the stars. Cool. Cool. So where do you imagine the dragon is? I can't remember. I feel like I was tanking it when last we ended.
That sounds right.
That
Yeah.
sounds about right. So would you say I'm within sword distance of this lion? Or dragon.
Well, the lion pretty close.
I'm
The
on it.
dragon, I'll say within 60 feet. We'll say for
Okay.
sure, if or less. I don't know. I'm not.
Okay. I think what I'll do then, if I'm not directly in its face, so I am flying around on Orion right now, staying aloft, hopefully forever, because that sucked last time. I am going to actually unstring my longbow from my
Oh.
back, and I'm gonna pull my arrow of slaying out of my bag and go ahead and fire at this dragon. Might as well use it, right? That's what they're there for.
Sure.
Oh,
Don't
yeah.
miss.
Okay. All right. So let's see. How do I bow?
Proficiency plus
oh.
dex mod.
Yeah, +9. Wow, Leo, you're just so good at everything. That'll be a 26.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay, and then the dragon needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
What's the DC on that?
17.
Minus that. It's gonna succeed.
Ugh,
But it still
'cause
takes half, I think.
yeah, arrows of slaying are the worst. That's okay.
They're
Get
really
it out of my
not
bag.
that great.
They're really shitty. But now I can take it off my character sheet. So here we go. All right, so that's gonna be 60 10s plus my normal D8. And it is a magic longbow, +1. So here we go. Let me do some quick math. 14, 18. Oh, wow. Okay, that's not too bad at all. 18. Plus another 10. So 2, 4, 6. Okay, 60, 10. So total is going to be. Oh, wait, but not the.
The 60-10 is halved.
Yeah. Okay. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm pulling up a calculator. I rolled.
That's
Just,
okay.
I don't care. It's one of those. It's like 90 degrees in my room. I can't think.
That's why I list all my numbers and let Ted do the math for me.
Okay, so I got 50 on 60 10. I rolled
So
very well.
25.
Yes,
And then
then
whatever
on
the other damage is.
yeah, and then on. So that's 6 on the normal plus 4, so that'll be an additional 10.
10.
That
Got
is
it.
not halved.
Okay.
Okay, not too bad. not
And
too
you were
bad.
staying as far away as one could, or you were then, or what's the plan?
Yes.
'Cause
So
you-
I was. Yeah. So wait, Pegasus. Remind me, they can move 60 feet. Oh God. Sorry, gang. My extras, my flying line. Oh, can move 90 feet and around. Cool.
Yeah.
So I do have an extra attack. So can I move in towards it and
Mhm.
then attack it with my sword?
Sure.
Yeah, because then I'll zoom in. So I'll pull out this arrow, and as I sling back my bow, and I'm gonna charge in on Orion here, and then bring out the Atlantean blade and strike at this thing,
Yeah.
flying around its ugly old wrinkled body.
Get him.
Yeah, get 'em.
Butts.
Butts. Wow. Okay. So a 19 on the die will be a 30 to hit.
Yeah. Plus that D8 that you don't need.
Hell yeah. Right. Look at that. Okay, so on the die. So that is going to be really 20 damage? Yeah.
Okay.
Wow, I'm really good at swords. Wow, I should use my sword more again.
Wow, crazy concept.
Well, I started getting all this magic shit from my dad, and I forgot how to use swords. Yep. Okay. So stabbing him once with the blade, and then I'm gonna go ahead and give a bonus bardic inspiration to Remy.
Got it. Cool. At
And
the
that is
end
it.
of your turn, it's going to attack you.
That makes sense.
Or a subtraction. Hang on. Stand by.
I am loving this. Bane is saving
Yeah.
our butts.
So that is still a 26 to hit.
Yeah.
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 Dragon.
Oh, I'm
man.
sorry. But he's going for the lion.
Oh yes, I remember last turn I spent healing Orion. It's my whole last move. Oh, it's suddenly screaming coming back to me.
25 points of bludgeoning damage to Orion.
Cool.
then it is Roswin's turn.
Okay, how's the dragon looking at this point?
It looks pretty rough in a general consensus. You are still pretty far away from it though to get like a true good bead
Sure.
on it. But this necromantic eye is coursing energy through it, as though it seems like it is, like it's bolstering its capabilities.
Sure.
Potentially beyond one's normal capability, like normal threshold of pain and things like that.
Okay. I'm gonna get in close enough so I can do a produce flame and let my moonbeams do stuff later.
Okay.
Let me roll to hit. That's the thing I gotta do first. That's a 19 on the die, so that's
You're
fine.
Don't forget your d8s if you need. Oh, it's just one. Never mind. Taking Eldritch Blast.
Okay, that's gonna be 14 points of fire damage. And then I'm going to bonus action heal myself and Orion.
Thank you.
3 heals. So I'm gonna give 3 to myself and 3 to him. That's gonna be 19, 21, 22, 23. So 23 points to Orion.
Okay.
Oh, that's so good. Okay. That's me. 21, 27, 28, 29 points to me.
Okay. Then after your turn, it's gonna attack out at somebody. Let's find out who.
Fun.
Okay. Oh, at Leo.
Nice. I am roaring at it. I hate it, and it's stupid. Oh, I have inspiration. Sounds like a lot of dice you're rolling there.
That would be from the critical that came along with it, which will be
The Bane doesn't affect a critical?
the Bane affects the. Let me check, but I don't believe Bane affects the not the roll. Bane affects the check, I believe. Let me confirm here. Hang on. Yeah, whenever it makes an attack roll, the number is subtract from the attack roll, but the 20 still hits. Whereas like a bard's cutting words reduces the die roll, so that can take a 20 and subtract from it and make it less than a 20.
Oh, fine.
She throws back her wine.
Oh, here we go.
32 points of bludgeoning damage to you, Leo.
I've had scripts worse than that.
Scripts.
You're not concentrating on any spells, I don't think, right?
I don't believe so. Nope, because you countered all the ones.
Fair.
Yep.
Okay, that is the end of that was the end of the round. So back to the top of the round. Moonbeam. On save. Is it starting at a 27? 23. So it still succeeds. So still to take half.
31, 38, 41, 51, 57 plus 5 is 62 for total.
Okay. Great. That's fun. That's a lot of damage. Okay. He's still alive. Not happy. You can see the eye kind of like flickers a bit, but then like, and you see that the energy washes through it, and this green energy starts to knit some of the wounds back together.
Jerk.
Not like immensely, like a little. like enough to be annoying, but not like gonna put this thing back at full health next round. So okay, it does get its breath weapon back, so that's gonna be a thing we're gonna do. So it is going to arch its head around, kind of turn its neck around, and aim for. I'm going to say that based on trajectory at this point, that it'll be able to get. It has to make its call. It can't get all of you. There's no way. But I'm gonna say it's gonna be able to get. I'm thinking Leo, obviously Orion, and Roswin, because it's a 120-foot line that's 10 feet wide.
All right.
So I would like the three of you to make dexterity saving throws. Or, sorry, I guess we decided it's Orion can make it, and then you can choose to jump off if you want. We saw how well that worked last time, but...
No. No.
So dexterity saving throws, please.
We get to use our blast thing, right?
It is...
Saving throws and attack rolls, yes.
Nice, okay.
Yes.
So, dexterity.
Oh.
It's a D8.
Okay, I get a 17.
Okay.
I'm gonna reaction though, do absorb elements.
Smart. So that's a fail for Leo and Orion.
Cool.
So that is.
Wait, can I use my inspiration on that? Oh, you've already declared. It's fine. It's fine.
So Roswin, your reduced damage will be 44 points of lightning damage. Leo, Orion's going to take 88 points of lightning damage. How's he doing?
He's dead.
You will take 88, but you have lightning resistant armor from that time you slept with that other dragon. So
Bone and a dragon.
That's our
everywhere.
boy.
that knocks it down to 44 points
Okay.
of lightning damage, but then you plummet immediately to the ground.
Yes. Yes.
So that's some D6s.
I feel like that's so unfair to fall 300 feet in a round. We fought about this last time too, but it's really dumb.
I mean,
Because
well, let me hear your. I'm not going to change my call, but let's hear your argument.
Oh, okay. Well, that's just like a really long time to fall that fast, in 6 seconds. And also, I would have used my lightning pick while I'm falling. Like, why wouldn't I do that? But whatever, it's fine.
Well,
I feel like physics, it's.
I mean, if
very
we're going to get
fluid.
into it, we got to get into how much do you weigh. All right, what's your weight of falling before you hit terminal velocity and hit the ground? Is the gravity in Faerun the same as it is here on Earth, to have the same gravitational pull to see how fast you're going to fall before you hit terminal velocity? Remember, this whole round is going to take 6 seconds, so it's how fast you're going to fall within 6 seconds time, not immediately.
Are we actually doing this? Because if we actually do this, I'm gonna take a bio break.
No, we're not actually. You can go if you want. We're not actually going to do that. I'm going to roll some damage for Leo, but go for it.
Well,
There's-
let me know if you're unconscious when I get back. I'll be right back.
Yeah, the
Okay.
rest of the initiative order goes before you, so you're fine.
Yeah.
Okay. So, how far? Do you remember how high up we said you were?
The first time when the dragon was real up high, we were like 300 feet. I survived from 300 feet last time.
I don't think you're that high now,
I don't think so either.
because Rosalind's not on the ground, or is she on the ground?
She was on the ground
So
before
we'll call
she.
it. We'll say it's 120 feet then, because that's the extent of the line. So that's only 12d6 damage. Just add this into my dice roller here. 12d6. 48 points of falling damage.
Oh
Whack!
boy! Nice.
As Leo impacts the ground.
How you doing?
I'm not great, but I'm alive.
Alive.
Leo is
Start.
pissed. This has happened to him twice.
uh,
Oh god.
then it is going to be Remy's turn. You were still up there in the dragon's face. You saw it kind of curl around, blow lightning down, take Leo's lion out, drop Leo to the ground. You know, Roswin's hair is like a little. Leo's got a helmet, so you don't know.
And
I'm a magical girl. I would contest my hair looks great.
Are you valid?
Yeah. There was a lot of hair descriptions.
I secede. Hair is perfect.
Ted knows. He's like, you know what? No.
We're not gonna die on
You
this.
look radiant.
Choose your battles, folks. This is not one to have.
we still have advantage, right?
You do, yeah. The moonbeam. Oh, I need you to make a concentration check for your moonbeam for one of them, because one is non-concentration, and the DC would be 22.
Oh, I do not make that.
So the one that you were concentrating on drops, but you still have advantage because there's two.
Okay.
So you do still have advantage. Was my point, Renee.
That was my big one. So that was 5. Let me separate my dice.
That non-concentration moonbeam, though.
Hell yeah, though.
I very seriously considered going and helping Leo, and I want that to be very clear.
Okay. I'm not going to, but I want you to know that I was thinking about it.
I did seriously think about it, and I just kept punching the dragon. I saw Leo fall. I screamed again, and I kept punching the dragon. I got 2 natural 20s and another 62 points of damage.
Well,
Hell yeah!
It's that advantage. It was wild.
Hell yeah!
Yeah, the dragon's like taking all of these hits. It does not look good. It is still alive, but it does not look to be in the best of shape. Then it is Odella's turn.
Yeah, I still feel good about that. So.
No, you should. That's
yes.
I mean, you've done in the past 2 turns, you've done more than like a fifth of this thing's health in 2 turns. So you should feel good. Is my point. Let us see what Odella's got left. Oh. That's annoying. I had these things the way they are. Okay, so Odella... Oh, her wings are out. Oh, shit, her wings are out. Forgot about that. So that's another... There's extra damage there from before. I'll do it on this turn. So she's going to continue to fly over towards the dragon. Leo on the ground, I think she does have some ranged healing, possibly. Let me see.
I mean, I'm not...
You're alive.
The worst.
You're not dead.
I'm about 25% of operating functionality.
But you're not dead, is my point.
I am not dead.
Okay.
I do not understand how humans can fall this much. Fall so fast, fall so hard. I don't know, man. D&D is wild. Oh god. I'm just gonna keep drinking.
Good plan. Honestly.
I don't really want to do some of these things, but I feel like it would be cool if I did.
No, I don't want to know. I don't want to know. Leah doesn't want to know. Oh, babe. You're so weird now.
Okay. No, this is a cool thing. This isn't like a weird thing.
Okay.
There's plenty of weird things, but let's do the cool thing. What touch range spells do we have? Oh, this could be fun. Okay. Oh wait. Action economy. All right, never mind. That's not gonna happen. She's gonna fly. I think we're just gonna go with Eldritch Blast again. I feel like because it feels so like warlock. Just bleh. But it is what it is. Okay. Eldritch Blast at advantage, which I forgot last time.
With a D8. Oh no, she doesn't. She wasn't in my range.
She was not. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's a 22. So that's gonna miss. Oh, we're on brand now. Here we go.
Oh, Laura, you're still with us.
Oh no. 12. Oh wait. So she does not have the D8.
No, she was the one who was out of my range. No! Oh.
Hang on. What do we got? We got some sorcerer points left, maybe? She used all those? Oh, well, there goes Quicken Spell. All right.
Yes.
Off into the sky. All right. Fuck.
Bummer.
Leo. Oh, the thing's gonna attack Remy.
Yeah.
Natural 1. Never mind.
Uh-huh.
Okay. I am so far away and on the ground. so let's see what we can do. Okay. Let's see. So I am 120 feet, we decided, away?
Yes.
Perfect. Then I will go ahead and whip out my lute, electric guitar, and play a little Seek and Destroy at 4th level. So 6 glowing darts. That will definitely hit.
Automatically, without fail.
Indeed. So let's go. All right. So that is plus 6. 7, 12, 19 plus 6. Okay, so that is going to be 25 points of damage as 6 glowing darts shoot towards this thing with the amazing power of my music. And I think of my dad and how cool he is and how terrible this dragon is the entire time. And I'm just going, fucker, like down on the ground. And I hurt real bad.
Oh, baby.
Anything else?
Yes, with my bonus action, I will drink a potion.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, I'm good down here. Don't worry. So I'll do my potion damage. So
Okay.
keep on going.
Then we're gonna have a bonus action or reaction attack Remy again. Or try.
Okay.
That's another natural 1, so there goes that.
What? This never
Ah.
happens to you.
What?
Let's try this box.
As long as it's not Leo.
That was a 2, so it was meant to be.
Okay.
Now there's the 20, as I just casually toss it in the box with no purpose. Roswin.
Okay. How far down are you now, Leo? I was
120 feet.
Okay. I'm going to send you some little healy heals.
Nice.
How are you doing on those? You gotta be close to running out. I would just imagine.
These are my last ones. So that's me.
It's okay.
That's gonna be so 13 points of heals.
Woo!
And she will look down and yell to you in like almost a voice that isn't her own. And she'll say, "Everything will be fine."
Yeah, I'm good.
And looking back at the dragon, she'll say, "Moonlight casts its light over all." I don't know. Cool shit. And then I'm going to
Gonna work on those quips. This is like
yeah,
We'll work on it.
episode 1, episode
still
1
sick.
Sailor Moon.
I'm still sick, and I'm just going to cast Moonbeam again on him. 4th level.
Say, I'm Sailor Moon and I'm here to destroy you. Just wave your hands
power.
like this.
19 plus 4 is 23 plus 5, 28 points of radiant damage, and 18 save for him.
Well, it has 1 HP left. So, how would you like to do this?
Whoa! Yeah.
You missed by 1 point, Celeste, on your magic missile.
That's okay. This feels like Roswin's kill. I'm very glad I didn't get it. Especially with magic missile.
Yeah, so she's going to say something a lot cooler than what I said, and then she's going to another moonbeam once again. And I feel like at this point they're just almost like spears going through it at 2 different angles.
Yeah, why not?
And sure. And then starting from where it's hitting, it just starts to like radiate light, and the dragon just gets consumed by this until it eventually just disappears and it falls to the ground.
Yes!
Yeah, it's like it does. As you said, the light almost seems to take like physical presence as it's sort of just being like all throughout. I mean, we're talking about an ancient dragon, so this is a long dragon. As like all different areas are just basically getting speared, and it's like wings no longer flapping, but still suspended in air by these pillars of moonlight energy going through it. And then, yeah, it just kind of gone in a mass of light and sparkles.
Yeah.
Belladonnas style.
Remy like flies back to watch this epic thing happening in front of them. Like, golly gee.
I do some power chords.
The metal music that's
Whammy bar.
once we realized it had a lich eye starts playing again.
And then I think Leo falls over just a little bit. Just a little bit. I sink to a knee.
Roswin descends down with her beautiful angel wings.
Hey, Roz? What's up? He's like looking at your ribbons and your hair and like
in this state, she doesn't reply. She just holds out her hands and casts Cure Wounds on you.
That's great.
Remy is processing, but then they start flying down a little bit dazed and amazed.
23.
Oh man, okay, I'm doing significantly better.
Fun tip, just made sure I turned off autofocus on my camera.
Oh, nice.
Because why do we have to keep going through this all the time if I could just turn off?
I don't know, I liked it. For a second, I thought you were just like,
hold up.
High five.
Stop.
High five.
Hold on.
Action change.
Scene.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, and then I mean once I get back up, I'm Remy, you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Odella?
Yeah, Odella took 10 points of damage the whole fight.
Whoa.
So Odella seems
Took
totally
12?
fine. Yeah, I couldn't hit you because that minus the D8.
Yeah, it was
You could hit me. Just
Remy the untouchable.
Well, I think I hit
hard
Remy
at all.
twice with natural 20s, but it didn't matter because they're just regular hits.
Remy the nearly untouchable.
Oh, this
Remy
is where we
the
had...
new tank.
I was gonna
Yep.
say this is when we had that conversation about Remy being a better tank than Leo.
I'm just a human boy.
I was gonna say Remy is more of a tank by avoidance, and Leo is a tank by just getting his face
Taking
bashed in. Yeah, he just takes it,
Taking it.
and Remy just dodges it. So different strokes for different folks.
We all have our strengths.
Remy runs over to Roswin as soon as their feet touch the ground, and they're like, "Are you okay? Seems like a stupid question. Can I hug you?"
She stares at you for a moment. Her face is very stoic, and her eyes are still glowing white, and her hair is still white, and she's sparkling and looks great. And she is just silent for a moment, and then suddenly like the form drops from her, and she just falls to the ground with her wings still missing.
Yeah,
Oh,
wings
Oh,
are
yeah.
there are still kind of cauterized now in like a moonlight-ish energy, and almost to the point where they're, I'm not going to say that they're not noticeable, that they were never there, but they're less obtrusive and like battered, busted out bones, and like
They
it's
don't look like open wounds anymore.
yeah,
They
it
look-
looks clean, and like they're still like under a looser fitting or even a tighter fitting like shirt. There'd be a bump there, but not enough that you might be like, oh, what's going on there? But the wings are gone, so
Yeah. So yeah, Remy dives after her, like kneels down and just kind of gently wraps their arms around her.
And Roswin just kind of weakly holds her. And you can tell she's kind of like pulling like her shoulders in, like trying to avoid your touch on her back.
Yeah, I
Um,
think Remy is being overly cautious of that and like trying to be very ginger and gentle.
Mhm. And she just like gives a really weak smile, but is like clearly grimacing, and is just like, I'm really glad you guys are okay.
You
Um,
were amazing. You did amazing.
Can I ask, is the town still on fire? Like, are people screaming? Are there people that need help like around us?
more like not in the immediate vicinity, but yeah, I mean there is still fires. It seems like, you know, most of the people had fled, or as much as they could. And there are probably people here who are no longer in need of help because they're beyond that point. I mean, if you want to take the time to search around, you can. I mean, we're not talking like King's Landing bad, but like, you know,
Wow, pulled that out. I know.
still bitter about it, so it's fine.
Yeah.
it was awful.
Anyway, yeah, I mean, if you take the time, which you absolutely can, sure.
Okay.
Is there something specific that you're trying to do, or?
No, I think Leo would look at it and be like, okay, we should get inside. Who knows, you know, if the cult was watching this or something, maybe get undercover, just catch our breath for a minute, see if anybody else needs help. Can you move, Roswin? I don't think he really knows. Like, he sees Remy wrapped around Roswin and doesn't really know how to help beyond that.
She is just kind of shaking, and there's very visible just tears streaming down her eyes as she kind of like reaches back and like pulls her hand away. And she's like, I don't know.
Okay.
Do you want help? I can help. You can use my arm for support. And Remy will like back up and like hold out an arm and kneel
Yeah.
down and like.
I think, yeah, Leo will take off his cloak and try to like wrap you and like, you know, like trauma survivor, like wrap you in something and
Yeah.
get somebody around you and like kind of support you and try to get you somewhere comfortable inside, like to sit down.
And I will say, so while in the transformed state that you were in, you the pain of your wings being savaged from your body was stymied. So the pain was gone for that 18 to 24 or so seconds during that period. This is also the first time your body has undergone something literally as transformative as this. So twofold, you are exhausted, not mechanically, but like you are just beat, you are tired, and that pain kind of that was there before, that was kind of temporarily put on hold, is now back in full force. So your body is just racked with exhaustion and pain. You are still able to get up and move about, but this is something that you are now dealing with, at least for the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let's get Raz, somewhere inside towards the town, if you don't mind. And I think I'm looking over at Remy and being like, let's.
Yeah, absolutely. And Remy is gonna like try and support Roswin on one side.
Yeah, I'll get her on the other.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think Leo does want to get everybody like back in a building, like chill for a bit, and then would like to go out and try and help however he can with the what's happened here, because he also feels very guilty about all these dead people.
That is a reasonable feeling to have. Yeah, so you guys make your way kind of, and you can see there are spots where there's like broken down houses and areas, and you know, things are on fire, and you know, there are people kind of like helping in some cases extricate people from rubble now that it seems that the threat has been dealt with. There are, you know, people with like buckets of water like running to a well and like whoosh, and, like not really doing anything and running back, whoosh, you know, trying to put out fires as best they can. But yeah, so you guys look around, and with relative ease you're able to kind of find what looks like the remnants of like a tavern or an inn of some kind that seems to have, for the most part, like that looks like maybe one of the rooms has now like a nice skylight, depending on your definition of nice. But for the most part the bones of the building seem to be intact.
Yeah. Remy, can you stay with her?
Yeah, so you guys make your way inside, and you can see that the you know, like there's a lot of people kind of like huddled on the downstairs floor. You can see several like empty bottles kind of like rolling about the floor. As there's a large group of people, there's a smell of alcohol about the place.
It's fair.
And there's basically, you know, everybody's like, is it over? What happened? Is it, because like they don't hear the wing beats, they don't hear the crackling of the lightning and the roars and the screams as you guys enter into the room.
The dragon is dead. Things are safer now. Gather the wounded, gather who you can, bring them here. We're going to do the best we can to help.
All right. Yeah. And you see like one guy who's got like a bottle that's like 3/4 gone. He's like, "Woo! Dragon's dead. Let's drink." He just keeps drinking.
I would love to steal a pull of that. And then also, so I have 10 spell slots left for Cure Wounds. So I want to go and find like the 10 worst, like on the edge of death people, and give them like one hit
So you're
point.
going out to do that.
I'm going out doing recon. If people are trapped,
Okay, so you guys go, you find basically a room that's open, Remy and Roz, and you're able to take her, Rosalind, into there, and kind of just like, there's a bed, there's like, you know, the things have like kind of shaken loose, stuff, drawers are open, mirrors and picture frames have fallen off the walls and are broken, but for the most part, the bed seems to be relatively intact. There is like a, you know, a base kind of comforter on there. And Odella will also go in there with you when you guys make sure that, you know, you guys are okay and that Rosalind seems fine. She has some healing potions, but Remy's fine. How's Rosalind doing on like hit points?
48
out of a lot.
Out of 115.
Okay. What does Odella have that she can throw your way? She used literally all of the things. Healing light. How about healing hands? Nope, that's used too. Cool. So she will leave just like, in case you need it, she'll leave a greater healing potion behind, and she's gonna go out and say she's gonna follow, what Leo's doing and go out and try and see if there's people out there that need assistance. But wants to make sure that for the moment, Rosalind's okay before she heads out to the town. And then knows that Remy's capable hands, and then we'll set out. Yeah. So, how's it going in this room?
Roswin is definitely fetal positioning it. And even the whole walk over was really just strange for her because her entire body weight distribution is thrown up from what she's known her entire life. So for a moment she's glad to just lay down. But she just keeps reaching her hand back and trying to feel for the wings that aren't there anymore. And she just reaches out at one point and just grabs Remy's hand and squeezes it so fucking tight.
Okay. Because Remy definitely did the awkward they're not really sure what to do, and they seriously considered just going and getting a glass of water or going getting some soup and hoping that something is gonna actually make a difference and be better, but they kind of panic talked themselves out of everything, so they just kind of paced for a minute until Roswin grabbed their hand, and then that kind of centers them again and they squeeze back.
And she's just quiet for a moment, and then she looks up at them with a wavering kind of half smile, and she's like, when I was little, I didn't know I was a tiefling until I was 10. My mom convinced me that my wings were what made me a fairy. So I didn't think that I had any sort of demonic ties because she didn't want me to feel disgusting. But, at least this happened now because I like myself again. And I know that it doesn't define me. But it was still my favorite part of myself.
What you did out there was amazing and beautiful. And I am so, so sorry. I don't know how to find the words to tell you how sorry I am. But you are beautiful. You were beautiful today, and you will be tomorrow, and you're you. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. I still have all of you guys. And I think that out of all the things that I've lost, that was way worse than this will end up being. Just don't let go of my hand.
I'm not planning on it.
Okay. Let's go outside to the wreckage and the carnage. There's our trauma drama part. Let's go to the actual trauma. The people in the streets that need assistance.
This is all trauma. Thank you. Okay.
So, give me a perception check if you would, Leo.
Sure. I'm gonna use a bardic inspiration because F it. Okay.
It's still technically 10 minutes, so you do still have your bless.
Oh, cool.
Oh, wait, that's not skill checks. That's not skill checks. My bad.
No.
That's
Okay, then let's see. What is... Oh, right, but I got expertise in that, so I'm actually very good at... Oh, yes, I have a plus 11 to that now, so that is 22.
Okay, yeah, so you get out and you kind of do a quick triage, assess the situation, and see. So you... how long do you plan? You just plan on spending as long as it takes?
Yep, I'm going into soldier mode. I want to look around, assess the worst damage, start there, keep going until I can't anymore.
Okay, make me a charisma check.
Oh, okay. That'll be only a 19.
Okay, that's fine. So within, you're out there, you're kind of helping, figuring out who's where, where to get water, moving things with your, strength to help move beams and broken things down to help rescue people. And within, I don't know, maybe 20-ish minutes or so, the townspeople that are out sort of doing similar things see what you're doing, see that you're there to help, put two and two together of who you are, the group you're with, and that you're connected to the death of the dragon. And you are basically able to sort of rally the townspeople, the people that are out there looking to do this, as a force that you are now sort of in charge of sort of delegating them, as well as, who to go, who's going where. You kind of figure out who's got what skill sets, and who's a doctor, who knows how to heal, who has that kind of thing, who's strong, who can lift things, who's fast, can run back to the well, and all this kind of stuff. So you basically figure that out over the course of 20 minutes to half an hour. And then probably at about the 45-minute to an hour mark, you sort of got this sort of working as a relatively well-oiled machine, as best as it can be. And you start going through, and basically I'll say that with the assistance of these townspeople, we can say you blow through all 10 of your cure wounds on the people who need it most, fixing lacerations, and people that have puncture wounds, basically prep them, lift them off, heal them immediately before the blood starts to spurt out as the things are removed. And it's probably at about an hour and a half mark that Odella comes and finds you and seeks out to see what you need assistance with. And she will also offer up her remaining 4, 6, 7 spells for cure wounds as well, to help the people that need it most. She also has spare the dying, so people that may be that need stabilization, that are on death's door but aren't quite there yet. She could do that to stymie that, stabilize them, and then hopefully the natural healing process will take over. But then the cure wounds for things that are at that point that they need to really be,
Yeah, I just want to fix as much of this as we can.
Okay.
I hate dragons. I hate them so much. Except my dad, he's cool.
So yeah, you guys work on this, I'll say, for like the better part of 4 hours. Before like you're just starting to trip over yourself with the amount of people that you have there, plus you're both exhausted. You've gone through quite a bit of, from the mental taxing of trying to figure out the maze, the sundial, to dealing with the tower itself, then the dragon, Roswin's trauma, all this stuff. It's a lot to deal with. So about 4 hours, you're both just at the saturation point where you just can't do it anymore. So you basically, in the time you've been here, you find kind of one of the locals who's been, who you've assessed over this time, who's relatively apt.
The most competent.
And then you kind of delegate to them to go about, picking up where you had, left off.
Yeah.
And then you both are able to retire to the inn, back to the room where you see where Roswin and Remy are currently.
I think Leo also feels really guilty about what happened to Roswin too. So I don't think he can really do much beyond just collapse. Like maybe like just check in on her, make sure she's still alive. And
Brutal.
no, just like he'll kind of stumble in there and like look at Remy meaningfully. What is Roswin doing after 4 hours of this?
I mean, I think that she still had her wings ripped off, so she just is moving around trying to be comfortable and finding no comfortable position.
Yeah, there definitely is like the phantom limb situation, but like phantom wings, which are like a fairly like I mean, like I'm missing a finger, right, and feeling like your finger is still there, or even a hand. That's something, but these are like, they're big, right? They're not a small part of your body. Like there's a literal span to them. Like it's like you said, it is like the way you're holding, like the way you would have to kind of orient your posture to make up for this extra, I don't know, probably at least 15 pounds, if not more, of wings on your back, is now gone. So you kind of want to be more forward or hunched over, or like, ducking to move around things that you don't have, like, it's not a thing anymore. Plus side, you can sit up against a wall for the first time in your life. Flat it back against the wall. Silver lining. Lay down flat on a bed pretty easily.
No more custom clothes prices.
That's true. Hey, things are looking up already. Yeah. So it's definitely a lot to deal with, as it's it's like you said, it's been a part of who you are, who you were for 20 some odd years, and now it's not.
Yeah. I think she just kind of like looks up at him when he comes in the room and once again gives him one of those half smiles, and she's like, how's the town?
It's good. I think things are under control. We did everything we could. And have you had a drink yet?
I haven't, but
I think we need to do that.
Hey,
anybody got a bottle left? I'm gonna yell.
She's just like, I don't want to drink. I like to save that for celebrations, which I guess in a way we did win.
You guys you have the mask.
We do. Yeah. We did.
But we didn't get any dragon parts, and we all know that's a real bummer.
That's so. I think we're full up. And Leo is not going to listen to anybody, and grabs a bottle and like hands out some cups,
Sure.
tiny cups around, and he sits like on Roswin's bed next with next to her anyway, and he's like, I'm really sad about everything that happened to you, and I feel like it's my fault. I know it's not. The best thing to do is cry about it,
I think that we'll do plenty of that. But you did your best. If you do that, then it's not your fault at all. That was a hard fight. We fought a lot of dragons, and that was a hard fight.
Yeah. I've been with people who have lost, I guess, a lot. Physically, it's different, and you can't ignore that. And it's going to eat at you. And it's okay to be sad. I guess it's just what I want to say. But honestly, you're going to be all right. But it's okay to not be all right now.
I think that, these past, God, has it only been a week? It's
hell. Yeah.
It's been...
He's gonna pour. If anybody's cup is empty, he's hovering.
So Remy awkwardly looked at the cup for a really long time and wasn't drinking because Rosin wasn't drinking, and then wasn't drinking because actually their stomach doesn't feel great. It's just rough day. But when Leo kind of shows the bottle around, Remy kind of it's not really reluctantly, but kind of shyly transforms into Jalar.
It's sort of, yeah, I can see that. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Takes a shot and then has Leo refill the glass.
Mm-hmm. And he'll just, he's starting to get used to it. And we'll refill your cup.
Roswin just gives Jalar a little wave. It's good to see you.
Sorry about your day.
Yeah. I think that maybe if this would have happened at a different time, it would actually probably be worse. But I spent a lot of time as everyone was recovering, being grateful for what I do have. And I learned that, what we're doing is huge. And there are going to be great losses, not only for myself, but for everybody, even the cities that we go through. It seems like there's going to be loss everywhere. But right now, I know from all of this and knowing that we can do what we can do, and I have Selune there to back me up. I can't worry about myself right now. I'll do that later. We'll have a good cry when all of this is over.
Leo will hold up his glass to everyone. To new scars.
She clinks but doesn't drink.
Odella drinks.
But I'm gonna drink out of character.
Clink.
There you go. So yeah, you guys drink, have this conversation. Anything else you'd like to do this evening?
If you guys want, I can take us back to Waterdeep.
Move at your own pace.
Yeah, it's up to you. Whatever you feel most comfortable with.
I could pass out here. I could pass out there. It really doesn't make a difference to me.
I think I want to go home because I have the ability to go back to Waterdeep right now. And I mean, who knows? Maybe I can go to the Temple of the Moon or the House of the Moon, and maybe they can help. I've heard there's healing spells that can bring things back, so
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, if it happens, it happens, but it'd be silly not to try everything.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's do it.
Okay.
I'm gonna stumble a little bit.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it right now.
the exhaustion and I think I'm more tired and
What's
drunk.
hilarious to me is that we show up where we long rested, and that's in a room at an inn, and who knows who's in there right now.
Get out. Get out. We need this.
Hang on. Somebody in the chat, roll me a percentile. I think you can just do D100. I think that should work. Work? It does. Ha! 69. Never mind.
There are people and they're having sex.
Yeah, actually, you can't argue with that number, folks. It's there on the internet. Turns out that number is representative of what you guys teleport into.
July
Wow.
blushes.
Now the real question is it somebody that you know? 'Cause
Ah.
that is the tricky part.
Oh wow.
I don't know.
Roll
Oh
1d2. Dead.
79. Oh no. That would have been hilarious if it was 69 again.
Double six.
So that, let's see. So I'm gonna say that it's not, because I don't have time to put in thought to who would be funny for you guys. Like
It's Dirk. Good
like-
for you, Dirk.
it's like Dirk and Alyssa.
I feel it for him. Good for
Oh, a lot of feelings.
No, that would be hilarious.
Wow, I really like what you're doing there with your lady bits.
Oh, nice. Nice. Yep.
Oh shit! These are all my friends. Wow, this is. Well, I would I'd be lying if I told you this wasn't the funniest thing I've ever been caught doing. But well, ladies. Anyway, no. So the people like freak the fuck out, because like not only is people randomly appearing via magic moon energy into their room, they're bloodied, beaten. Like one of
Wait.
them, like
Can it be canon that we all show up in Sailor Moon poses? Whenever
yeah,
we do
yeah, why not? Absolutely. Who's got what pose?
No.
I'm Sailor Moon. That's my pose.
Shut up. Wait, hang
You
on.
Mars the gun.
I guess, yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Mars.
What's mine then, Katie?
What's Jupiter? I feel like
She's
Leo's
got
a
the
Jupiter.
sort of like over like this one, you know, with the leg out like that.
Okay,
Yeah.
I feel like Leo's a Jupiter.
Yeah, Leo's Jupiter. All right. Let's
Maybe a
see.
Mars. Wait, well,
I don't know. What
That's
what
hard.
Sailor Scout do you think Jalar is?
I don't know.
Oh yeah, you're not a Sailor Moon person.
I'm not. I'm sorry. That's why I'm asking for help.
I think Jalar is a Uranus.
yeah, I get it. I
Mhm.
get that vibe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or like a Neptune.
What's the pose?
Yeah.
What is?
What
their
is the
pose?
pose?
I could also.
I don't remember, because that was like way like towards the end of my Sailor Moon career was when they started adding the extra
She
scouts.
She just has her hand on her hip and then her hand out.
Oh my gosh, that is so. Yep.
I got it. Oh yeah, I'm a this.
Yeah,
one.
like that,
Yeah.
right? With the kind of slightly bent knee
Yeah,
off to the
like
side.
I'm kind of doing karate, maybe.
And we're all like, wait, how did we what?
Yeah. Wait. Whoa.
I'm gonna
happening?
assume. I'm gonna assume that
Whoa.
Odella is gonna be like, wow,
Holy shit.
Dragonfall.
I think now she has
Okay,
to
okay.
be
Hang on.
what was the one of death?
I don't
it
remember.
was-
Pluto,
no, because Pluto has the staff.
the other one.
Saturn.
Yeah, because I was gonna say originally I would say like Venus, because right with like the,
Mhm.
you
Let's
know,
talk about Sailor Moon for the rest of the show.
I mean we're closing in on the end, so I don't remember what Saturn's pose is either.
I feel really good about Jalar's sailor pose now, though. That's good. Thank you.
You're welcome. You need to watch that show.
I know I do. I've always wanted to. I'm not sure how I missed it. Like, I honestly don't know.
So what was Saturn's
Okay.
pose?
Watch,
Now I
like,
gotta look this
Tokyo
up.
Mewtwo.
She has multiple poses, I think, because she's got her staff.
Oh yeah, like the spear hook thing.
Yeah.
I guess it's a pole arm technically. Anyway,
We digress. We just really love Sailor Moon.
yeah, these two people are freaking out. They're like trying to like cover bits with like, sheets.
I would like to make a persuasion check to be like, it's cool, like, no worries, like.
Yeah,
It's
at
cool, let me just
disadvantage.
get in there.
That's kind of where I thought he was going.
No.
Delar is
I'm-
averting his gaze.
I am in a committed relationship. Let's see. Okay, so a 7 with disadvantage.
And then Odella's like, I'm in. No, I'm just kidding.
No.
Yeah.
So with disadvantage, I got a 22.
Okay.
As Leo's like, hey, no, I understand this is a totally bizarre situation. We are not here to totally fine. We just some weird magic. You all great. You look great.
Yeah, the guy in this scenario, he's like, yeah, and he's like stammering, trying to like shifting and adjusting, and the girl's just like, would you just
yeah, no, we can
Thank you.
absolutely get out.
And he's like looking at her like she's like he's like freaked out, and she's totally nonplussed about it. She's just like, thank you, goodbye, please.
Yeah,
And then he's just like trying to what? Like
Leo's
they're
like,
gonna have a story for later.
you got a hell of a woman there. All right, everybody out. Oh.
Roswin and Jalar are both like, oh my god.
Out in the hall. Let's get out of here.
Leo, those weren't feet that were touching.
No, Roswin, they weren't.
I think maybe we have to have a conversation later.
Tomorrow. Oh boy. Yep. All right, but not tonight. Okay, everybody out.
Okay, you
let's
guys
go pay for
leave.
rooms,
The door shuts behind you.
Yeah.
You guys go and get rooms, I guess.
I'm
room?
going to the House of the Moon.
Okay, so are you guys all staying and you're just going over there, going your own way there? I
It's up to
assume.
them.
Okay.
Yeah. I think this is Roswin needs to do Roswin time. So I'll get a room for Odella and I, and then get one for Jalar.
Yeah. Delar has been kind of quiet and slightly mortified since they arrived. So
We do not have time to deal with that.
no, that's fine. That's why Delar has his own room. It's fine. He just Yep.
Yeah, it was like because you guys all appeared in like the poses that you didn't know was a thing. Like your hands were off in places, so like there was definitely that moment of like as things clarify and you realize where you are, you're like have to take the time to shield your eyes. So like things were
Saw
seen.
everything.
Yeah, you saw what was happening.
No, he's just
I just
really
know. I want to make sure that
Yeah.
everybody
Oh, yeah.
understands. It wasn't like didn't see anything. You can tell yourself that, but you know what you saw.
No.
You know what you
No.
saw. Just in my memory locked.
Yeah, so I think Rosalind probably waves them off. She's like, I'll be fine, and I'm gonna be fine, go to bed. And then once they go upstairs, she kind of just like takes a deep breath and starts to hobble her way by herself over to the House of the Moon. And it takes her a long ass time because she's not used to this shit yet. And meanwhile, like she's got fucking blood all down her white dress on the
Oh,
back
yeah.
of her. But she finally arrives at House of the Moon, and she just walks up the steps, and first person she sees, she asks for Miriam.
And there's people, and they're like, yeah, of course. And they like usher you in, and they're like, oh my god, are you okay? What has happened? Like it's like a whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, yeah, and they kind of bring you in, and they're like, there are people like swarming around you, trying to like make sure everything's okay. Like, oh my god, what happened? People are trying to get like,
And I think this just makes her just burst into tears
and they're
again.
like, oh
because
no, oh my god, they're
so
like really,
hard. she's trying so hard to be strong through this, and it's when like you're like it's fine, and then everybody just crowds around you. They're like it's not fine, and you're like you're right.
It's not fine.
It's not. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Um,
So, okay. So you are there, and then basically after a little while, Miriam kind of like comes out in like night clothes, like little like nightgown, and she comes over and she's like rubbing sleep out of her eyes, kind of shuffling her old Miriam feet, and then she sees you and the people around you, and she's like, oh, and she's like. And she kind of like is pushing everybody out of the way. She's like, no, you come with me. And she'll like take you into the back. And she's like, we'll take you into her own like chambers. We'll have you sit down on the bed. And she just like the kind, smiley, always, happy face of Miriam you've seen over the years, that seems like years, but it's only a couple days really. It's like completely filled with worry, and she's like, what? And she's just at a loss for words for what happened to you.
And she just explains the entire fight and exactly what happened, and how she felt okay for a second. Selune like blessed her with these wings, and she was like, it's gonna be fine, I'll have the wings that I've always wanted ultimately. But they just didn't stay, and her wings are not there. And she's like, I know that there are bigger problems right now, but if there's anything that you can do, I love these wings. I don't know what you can do. If there's anything and you could help me, I just want to feel whole again.
And she's like, well, and she'll like roll up her sleeves of her dress, and now you're kind of in her personal chamber, and you can make me a perception check.
I'm good at those. Not today. 12.
That's fine. It's not like it's hidden. And you can see she has, as she's kind of like rolling up her sleeves, you can see things kind of shift. And there's two amulets kind of around, two different amulets she wears around her neck. But you can see in the corner, kind of like leaned up against the wall, with like, looks like a robe sort of draped over it, is what looks like this onyx black sort of quarterstaff polearm in the corner that is just got lightning like engraved through it, and there is kind of like sticking out from like under the bed is what looks like a suit of plate mail, or parts of pieces of plate mail that are black with crack, like the energy seems to like shimmer through it in waves constantly, but like almost imperceptibly. And as she rolls up her arms, you can see that like the loose robes that Miriam wears are loose for a reason, because the forearms alone are just jacked. And there may be a hint of like an old tattoo on her forearm that you can't make out because it's so wrinkled. Because Miriam, as you can tell, is gotta be her 70s at least. And she's like, well, it's going to be a long night, but I will do whatever I can. Are you willing to, there may be pain. I'll just let you know, there could be, are you willing, is there like just, you let me know if it's too much.
Just do what you need to do.
And you watch as she moves over to a dresser and takes out like a mahogany box and opens it, and inside this box is a tapered red candle with all sorts of runes carved inside the candle, and she sets it on like a little silver plate, and she lights the candle, and immediately the room begins to fill with kind of the smell of incense, and you can feel the magic charge in this candle. And it's not a stub, but it's like 3/4 burnt, this candle. And she says, well, and you can see that the flame is a blue flame on this candle. And she says it's going to be best if you're probably under for most of this. Is that all right?
I trust you.
And she kind of like lays you down on the bed, and then like gingerly just sort of like back of your neck, and you knock out.
Oh, she's a fucking ninja.
I'm sorry, Miriam is the coolest NPC
She's my
we've ever
favorite
met.
NPC.
Miriam does have stat blocks, so like
Secret paladin. Wow.
Paladin.
so
Secret paladin. Secret paladin.
for the
I love a
next
secret paladin.
for the next probably, you're not sure the amount of time, Roswin, that goes by, but it's sort of like you are almost under like anesthesia, and at points you start to like come out of it, and like in a haze, and like you catch glimpses of things and then you fade back in. So at one point you come out, and you see Miriam kind of like out of like through a haze, like over top of you. There is silvery energy kind of going from like radiating from her hands around you, and like it's there, and you can see the sweat kind of pouring off of her face, and like it just sort of fizzles out, and she's just like, damn, and she like walks off, and then you fade back into darkness. And then you kind of come back in again, and you see her with a book, and she's like flipping through a book, and she's got things kind of pinned up on the wall, and the candle's burning low, and there are like tinctures and tonics around the room, and she's kind of like chemistry, like mixing things together, trying to come up with something. And you fade back out, and then you come back in again, and she's got this candle is again in front of her, and she's like on her knees in prayer, praying, like asking, and she's just like, she's just so pure. Just please give me what I need to fix this. I don't ask you for much. I've done all I can in your service for all these years, so please. And then you fade back out. And you fade back in again, and she is in like a heated conversation with another being in the room, and I would like you to make a perception check at disadvantage, please.
17.
Okay. And you can see she has, let me see, where do I have this on my list of spells here real quick? Okay, yeah. So you see something leave the room, and I'm sorry, this would have been an earlier one. She's talking to someone, and she's like, "Go, they owe me a favor." And you see something sort of like flap out of the room. And what was your perception check? I'm sorry.
17.
17? Yeah, you kind of like start to try to like turn your head to see what it is, and you see a figure about twice Miriam's height, with wings, angelic wings on its back, a kind of greenish skin tone to this bald head, and a halo above its head. And she's like having, you can't hear what's being said, but having an animated conversation with this, whatever this being is, and like seemingly pleading and like asking questions to this, and not stoic face on this angelic creature not providing anything back. as she's kind of beseeching this creature for assistance. And then you kind of fade back in again to darkness. And it's like this for a while. And you eventually wake up from this the next morning. And you can see, like, covered in like sweaty and like just completely just like books open everywhere, and just like hands sort of like this, just like in a chair, asleep, looking over you, is Miriam, as you start to come out of this kind of haze. And she's seeing, you can hear her like lightly snoring as she's got her hands on her head on your hands like that. And unfortunately, when you wake up, you do not feel the presence of your wings. The candle is gone. It's burnt to nothing.
Okay. She just kind of like doesn't move for a while.
And you do have recollection of all of those things that you saw, as hazy as they were throughout the night.
Yeah, she just takes a moment to herself to kind of center herself, and she can tell by the fact that these wings aren't there that it's not going to be good news when she wakes her up. So she just takes probably about half an hour to just like center herself off and make sure that she approaches the situation with a smile and gratefulness for everything that she's tried. And then just kind of like touches her head softly, and she's like, Miriam.
And she kind of like wakes up, and you can almost hear like the bones creak as she's trying to like stretch out of this hunched position. And you can see now like the stains of tears that are kind of like running down her cheek and her eyes are bloodshot, seemingly from crying for a long period of time. And she kind of like looks at you, and she just has this look of this utter defeat on her face as she looks at you.
And Roswin just wraps her up in her arms, and she just kind of like gives her like a soft rock, and she's like, it's okay. It's gonna be okay. Thank you so much. You tried so hard.
And she's like, I can't. I've tried everything that I know, that I've learned, that I've been taught. I've called in all manner of favors, and you know, I have nothing. I don't know what did this. It's whatever caused this wound is some manner of necrotic power that I have never encountered in all of my days. This is high level magics. Like, I don't know if it's I don't know if I'm speaking out of turn to say almost god level magics, but this is like, I don't know.
Roswin just kind of smiles at her, and she's like, we should be thankful that it happened to me, because so many other people, if it would have happened to them, might not have survived it. So it's okay.
And she, you know, you can see the eyes are welling with tears as she looks at you, and she cracks a smile, and she says, well, it looks like all that training did pay off. Seems as though you've learned, and I could maybe even learn a thing or two from you, it seems.
I don't know if I'd go that far, but I'm very lucky to have spent all that time with you guys here, because this could have been the end of my adventuring days if it had happened to me before that. So it's fine. It's okay. And I'm so grateful that I had you looking over me, because even though nothing ended up coming back, I felt really safe. And that's not something that I feel all the time. So
And she's just like, I'm just sorry I wasn't able to do more. Like, by all manner, everything I tried, one of them should have worked.
but it didn't, and that's okay.
But it's not, because this means there's something new, some new kind of magics in the field that's happening that has this kind of resistance to healing magics, high level healing magics.
Well, if all things go as planned, I'm gonna live a really long time. And maybe at some point I'll figure it out.
Well, I hope I'm there to see that.
I hope so too.
And she just gives you a big hug. And again, there's that strength there that you just weren't really sure was there originally, but is substantial as she wraps you up in this hug. And again, as you guys kind of pull apart, she just whispers again in your ear, I'm so sorry.
And she just hugs her back in response and is like, well, let's get me a generic dress that should fit.
And she smiles again. And she says, sure, I think we can do that. And she will kind of take you back and get you some new, more fitting robes, Selene robes, from the House of Moon. So, yeah, you are able to gain these robes, and then what's your plan?
She just kind of before she leaves, if there's a mirror in the changing room, she looks back one more time and takes a deep breath and puts a smile on her face, and walks out. And anyone who had been like there worried about her before, she just kind of like smiles and waves, and tries to get out of there without having a conversation with them, but leaving the impression she's okay.
Yeah, so yeah, I guess the only other thing Miriam would say in the process of all this, while you're kind of getting robes and going through all this process, is that whatever it is some manner of dark necromantic magic. She says, it didn't seem like it was too bad at the start, but I feel like were these things left unchecked, and if there wasn't some work done, some of the work that I did was not, particularly effective, this would have kept going and continued to eat away at you. And you notice too now, the next day, that the kind of bumps that were there where the wings were are significantly smaller than they were, as if some things needed to be cut and removed. And I guess you would have also noticed that there was some blood on like Miriam's arms. And she's like, I don't know what it does or but there's some sort of necromancer or something in play. Something very powerful and very evil. And it seems like it's joined forces with your dragon friends.
I'll be sure to let my friends know, but hey, all that's left is my tail. So
she's like, don't talk like
that. We all have to cope somehow.
Fair enough. Well, you never need assistance, or you know where to find me.
I'm glad that I came to you right away.
Me too.
And
I wish I could have done more.
She gives her another big hug, and she's like, you gotta stop saying that, or else you're gonna make me feel bad, Miriam.
And she smiles and she hugs you back and you go on your way.
And she walks back a little, getting used to the new weight distribution.
You guys back overnight and into the morning, was there anything of interest back in the room?
I think I'm exhausted. So Leo will just be asleep. I don't know what Odella does anymore, ever.
You're not sure. You were sleeping, it's fine. Anything from Jalar?
Jalar, I think, tried to settle in and could not get comfortable. So he went ahead and transformed back to Remy because Remy is most comfortable here in Waterdeep. That's just always been the case. Remy learned how to navigate the city, and it feels like home to them more than any of Rid's other personas. And so once Remy is kind of comfortable in their own skin again and in their own city again, they're able to drift off to sleep. Yeah.
All right, so the next morning, you guys, will just say for cinematic timing, you're awoken as Roswin opening the door, coming back into the room, and you see there are wait.
I think that on the way back, Roswin had stopped somewhere and picked up pie.
Sure, as you do. There's this little place in the corner called House of Pies.
It's perfect. It's not that great.
It says not affiliated. It says not affiliated with the Belladonnas below it.
The strawberry cream pie wasn't bad.
The
Yeah, it was
pecan
okay.
pie is okay.
The chocolate banana cream pie was one of the more disappointing things I've tasted in my life.
We have
Yeah.
feelings.
Yes.
So I don't
Pie
order that.
feelings. Yep, that's fair.
But yeah, I pick up pies, and she just kind of like comes into the room, and she's just like, "Hey guys, I brought breakfast."
Breakfast?
Awesome. Human everywhere. I crunch every bone in my body. And then come over. I'm like, pie, yeah. I think I like dip in and then I look at you and I'm like, are you looking okay? Like what?
Yeah.
Holding my fork.
No, she just smiles at you and she just goes, "I'm okay. They're not gonna come back, but it's okay. It's fine. I don't need them. They helped me out a lot when I wasn't as strong as I am now, but now I've become much more powerful. I have you guys. I have Selene, and it's fine.
And we've got pie.
And we've got
Pie.
pie. Not as good as the pie I make, but it's pie.
It's already full of pie.
Yeah, Remy comes over and is like, "Is a hug okay today?"
Absolutely.
Okay, then Remy just glomps Rosalind.
And she hugs them back for like a second more than is comfortable.
Yeah.
And then it's like, well, let's eat.
All right, so you guys eat your pie.
Yay!
You all hit level 15.
Hell
Whoa!
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
some good pie.
Yeah, it's some really good pie.
Whoa! 15. Oh my god.
Pie, pie, pie. So glad that's better pie.
Man, I really want pie right now.
I know.
I am in a constant state of
So we'll say that kind of as you guys are eating this pie, Roswin, you're sort of you have almost like an out of body experience, even though it's bright daylight during the middle, like early morning of the day. You're sort of kind of taken to a space where it is like a grove, and it's dark and it's under full moon, and there's like a little pool of water, and you see the figure that you know to be Selene, or at least your perception of Selene there. And she just looks to you with this look of sort of sadness and sorrow, but also a smile on her face as well. And she says, I'm so sorry of what you had to go through. But it seems you're dealing with it as well as you can be, and you've become so strong. And I'm glad that you're finally able to see things that I saw so long ago. And I feel like this journey and the time devoted it's only right. I honor it with the best of my ability. And then you see in the pool, in the water that you're in, at least for the moment, you are in the form you just were when fighting the dragon, at least here in this space. With the wings and the silver hair and the sparkles, it just feels right. And she sort of like gestures, and you kind of are like, you see this in the water, you see the moonlight kind of come over, and the staff that you have in your hand is sort of wrapped in this moonlight. And you watch as the tip of it continues and basically grows from the head that it had now forms into a full kind of crescent moon at the head of this staff. And you watch as as the moonlight kind of starts from the bottom and works its way up, kind of shifting, almost if you can imagine like a Pokemon evolution where they're like changing and they're in the light and it's a different form. So the head is now in a crescent moon. And you watch that as the light leaves it, the entire staff is all made of moonstone from top to bottom. And floating amidst the crescent moon, as not connected to anything, is a moonstone. Like a nice, perfect, round moonstone that seems to have that moonstone refraction no matter which way you look at it. And it's just sort of hovering, and with a slow spin amidst the crescent moon there. And she says, it seems this is only a paltry boon for what you have lost, but I hope that it will help to aid you on your journey. I'm sorry if I've been distant recently. I wanted you to grow to be strong as who you are and who you see yourself as, not just not 100% identified through the way I see you and being beholden to me. I wanted you to be strong as you, and I'll help where I can.
Roswin just kind of listens to her as she speaks, and then runs towards her and like leaps up, and like her wings like flying her the rest of the way there, and gives her a big embrace, just lavishing in the feelings that she's always felt in her arms of like complete acceptance and love and everything like that. And she just says, thank you. You knew that my sister had to leave, and you let me give her the softest exit that there could have been. And you made sure that I could protect my friends when I wasn't going to be able to. And that's all I can ask for. You have been there. And even though I know that sometimes I was mad at you, I know that you have. And I am just so grateful that I can be on this planet just to, just spread your dogma, because it's a path in complete darkness is what everybody is searching for in their lives. And I want to help you spread that light for the people that need it. So thank you. Don't apologize to me.
And she, obviously accepts this hug, and there's just this feeling of warmth and just that kind of consumes you from head to toe. And there's a smell of pie, jasmine, and it's and she says, and she kind of like pulls you back out of the hug and says, well, I really couldn't have said it any better myself. So says, I will be here for you to call on when you need. And while I may not be able to answer as often or in the exact manner that you like or have requested, know that I am here and I am always watching, and I would never leave you. I will never desert you. I will always be here.
And I will always be here for you, even though I'm sure what I can offer you is trivial in comparison.
And she says, that's not the way I see it. When she says, I have plans for you, Roswin. This isn't the end of your journey. We have many, many more adventures to go on together.
I look forward to it.
And again, that feeling of warmth, and like you guys are all like, you're back in your body, and everybody's just like, it's pretty good pie. It's not as good as our pie, but it's like okay.
It's okay, pie.
Yeah, but the conversation never stopped. And you see that your staff that is there, just like kind of like leaning off to the side, is completely, it has that look, and you guys are all like, is that new? Like, has it always been like that?
Roswin like stands up and like throws her chocolate banana cream pie that was shit to the side. The staff, and she like looks at it. She's like, holy shit, guys, look at this thing. Look, the stone is just there, even if you just...
You can like poke it and it spins, and like it doesn't move if you touch it, but like if you can spin it around and it spins, and then it will slowly kind of go back to its normal revolutions.
Remy like reaches forward and looks for permission to touch this thing.
I would be honored if you would touch my stone.
Sorry, are you not gonna eat the rest of this pie?
Go for it. It's fucking new.
Remy spends it. That's so cool.
I think that everything is gonna be fine.
Yeah.
Except for that pie that is unsalvageable, Leo. I'm glad that you are a black hole.
They're fine.
There's like a whisper of chocolate. It's mostly cream. Everything's
gonna be fine. Even the
fine.
pie. Only fine, but fine all the same.
Yeah. And I think that's probably where we'll bring it to a close for tonight.
Oh my god, Roswin, so much stuff.
A happy ending for Roswin.
Yay.
I love it.
And drama.
Dead sister, wings ripped off. She needed this.
Oh god.
So you guys are all level 15.
Wow.
So enjoy that level up process.
I know, I get a level 6
did it.
An
spell.
8th level spell for Roswin.
Whoa.
But also, if you refresh your character sheet, I have made the updates to your staff in the sheet, but I'll tell you what they are because that's important.
Say it
so, it has now reached the pinnacle. Not that you use it as a melee weapon too often, but it is a +3 staff, so +3 to hit, +3 to damage, but also a +3 to spell attack rolls, like it has been since the beginning. And it now, when hit, does 2d6 lightning damage on the hit, as opposed to additional beyond the initial 1d8. You now can use your lightning shock cantrip and move half your movement speed.
Oh, nice.
So
Okay.
that is a little bit of an extra. You have access to a custom spell once per day called Moonburst, which is essentially Sunburst but flavored as moonlight energy instead. But that's a
Cool.
freebie once per long rest. No spell slot for that guy. What else do I have written down here? I have so many notes. I have all these arrows and things. Like, what am I gonna do? Here's this with this and that. Trying to figure out which one I officially landed on.
Oh, wow, that's an 8th level spell.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yep.
Wow.
Should be there. 12d6 radiant damage and a big burst.
Wow. Oh, that's so cool.
Let's see here. What else we got? I have a couple other things written down, but I'm not sure which I want to give you. If I need to give you more than that at all.
I mean, if you wanted to, like.
So I have 2d6 movement speed and lightning shock, the moon burst. So what else do I have written down here?
Guys, how long have I played this character now? Is it almost 4 years?
Close to that.
You deserve this.
So you now know it's the part you kind of messed with it briefly in an accelerated version to help a warrior in need in the past, but you now have the process in your brain of how to create moonfire. You know how to do it. That process, it's still a long, lengthy, difficult process to do that, but you now know what the process is were you to attempt to do that.
Thanks, Britt.
Yeah, you're welcome. But anyway, now you know how in the non-accelerated version. And then I have 2 other things written here. I don't know which one I want to do, if at all.
While you think about that, if you were to like tell me about what rank I would be considered in Church of Sailor Name, what would you say?
Pretty high.
The prophet.
Bow down. No, I'm just kidding. She'd be like, "Oh my god, stop!"
Fuck, I forgot a thing. Damn it.
I think that I leveled up all the character things in D&D Beyond.
Yes,
I can't pick my new spell. So many good ones.
Oh,
if you guys
no.
refresh your D&D Beyond or your Twitch chat, you should be able to see anybody who has updates done them already. They should be live, so you can check those out.
Yeah, you can see my new health. It's real good.
Wow.
I'm over 100 now.
Yeah, that means
Hell
no
yeah.
insta-kill from Power Word Kill. That's big.
Hey.
Magical.
Oh, and you got, what'd you get? An ability score improvement or a feat, I think.
I got an ability score improvement, which is what I took. And,
Nice.
I'm a little harder to hit. Little harder to little more tanky.
Nice. Always a good thing.
I've got some help. Don't
Welcome.
worry.
Welcome.
I feel like level 1 Roswin would have absolutely taken animal shapes right now.
Yeah, she definitely would have.
Level 15 Roswin is definitely taking Feeble Mind.
Fair. Yeah, good point. So, let's see. I have these 2 things written down, and I'm so bummed because I forgot a thing. I had it in a different notebook, and I just found it on the list of things that Miriam was going to be doing. Bummed about it.
No, when was that?
I will tell you in a second. So internet, do you deem, I mean, you're probably going to side with Katie because that's how the internet works and the players as well, but I just gave her a ton of different things. Do I give her one last final thing? And if so, do I give her option 1, which is a cool thing that she'll have to keep track of, or option 2, which is a cool thing that I'll have to keep track of that I will probably forget with consistently?
Oh, be nice, internet.
Cool thing. Option 1.
Option 1.
Option 1.
I'll never forget. because I fucking love cool things. Thanks, Petey.
PD said option 1, and Lawful Pessimist
Thank
said give her
you,
cool
lawful
shit.
pessimist.
Life is Bard says get so much power, so I'm assuming yep. And
Ross, right? All right.
Bantha.
Okay.
Potter
All
says,
right.
People are here.
the unanimous decision. Give her
Give me the
option
stuff.
1.
All right. Let's see. So
That's
I'll
like
tell
8
you.
votes.
All right, that's enough. That you have swayed me, internet. God has have looked down favorably upon the comment section in Twitch here, or I guess the messages. Now I will tell you what it is. I just need to decide because I think this is going to be too much. I don't want to give you too much. And there's some bits thrown in there. All right, that's
Thank you.
You pushed it over. We're good. So let's just see, because I think that one's too much. Yeah. All right. So the moonstone that's there, counts as a pearl of power.
Ooh, 3rd level spell.
Yes.
I'm gonna put cure wounds in it.
No. You can just get back up to a 3rd level spell slot after you spend it.
Okay.
First, 2nd, or 3rd level slot comes back.
Okay. Yeah.
It's an action, and you just get a slot back. I was originally going to make it a ring of spell storing count as that, which is 5 levels worth of spells, but that's too much.
That's fair. You've given me a lot. Like, I'm excited about it, but also like, as somebody who also DMs, not to your degree, but in general.
So I will tell you some things. So one, the thing that it was going to be that I would have to keep track of was that the moonbeam, the fairy fire effect of the moonbeam persisted after, like, for 2 rounds after if you lost concentration.
Oh, that's sweet.
But then I'd have to remember that they still have advantage for 2 rounds.
If you aren't going to remember it ever, then yeah.
I mean, every time you cast Moonbeam and you lose concentration, I need to remember that everybody's attacks have advantage for 2 turns after that.
Mm-hmm.
It's a cool concept.
I mean, technically, we could remember that.
Yeah, but now it's just a lot easier.
Okay, which fair.
So, the thing I was forgot to do about Miriam was I was gonna have one of the scenarios in which you woke up. I was gonna have Miriam in a similar magical girl transformation as well, and I forgot to do that.
Oh my god. I'm gonna grow up to be Miriam.
Miriam's the best.
So for those
Miriam
of you
is so cool.
So for those of you curious, I think I do this here.
Did you change her picture? Because you showed me a picture and I was like, that's not it.
You guys can check that link. You can see Miriam's character sheet.
Miriam.
If you're curious.
Hell yeah. She's so cool.
Whoa, Pally 3, Cleric 17. Yeah, Miriam.
Swole as fuck.
Holy shit, she's got so many more hit points than me.
Wow. I love being friends with level 20 characters.
Hey, we should just invite Miriam to be part of our party.
Miriam, do you want to be a fucking Belladonna?
Hey, Miriam, do you want to fight some fucking dragons, please? Thank you.
So I imagine that Miriam is a lot like Uncle Iroh after he works out and gets like all ripped, but still wears like the flowy stuff so nobody knows. So wears like flowy robes because it just looks like they're comfortable, but really it's just to hide all their muscles.
Guys, one day I could be the weakest Miriam the world has ever seen.
Fair. Take some levels. Take your last 3 levels in Paladin. We'll see.
I literally can't.
Yeah, you're not able to.
11 and my strength is a 9.
Oh, well.
I'm a weak baby.
Yeah. Candle of Invocation. I need to remove that from her character sheet. It's gone now.
Man, she is like my pseudo grandma. She's everyone's pseudo grandma.
Dude, I want this Mizium armor.
Mhm.
It's pretty badass, right? It's like
Rad.
adamantine, but way better.
Anyway.
Yeah,
Fine.
no, she's got 9th level spells. She was beseeching a planetar for assistance.
Yeah, you were like, green skin angel. I was like, fuck.
We've never seen those before.
rolled an 18 on the divine intervention check.
Oh,
She needs to roll 17 or below to have Selene just do whatever she asks, basically.
that sucks.
And Miriam is also, she's a polearm master and a tavern brawler, proficient with improvised weapons.
Tavern brawler.
Yeah,
Man, we should get drunk with Miriam one day. I'm sure that would be a great night of story.
Also, due to items and paladin abilities, she's immune to poison and disease. So that's why she's so healthy in her old age. Because
How old is she?
She's like 77.
Yeah.
But she's immune to poison and disease. So like things that would naturally kill you can't.
Yeah. She's going to live to be like 100 at 10 years at least.
And she's tough, as per the feat, and just in general.
And I was going to say, and just as a person. Oh,
Yeah.
all right.
Good old Miriam.
It's really hot in this room, regardless of air conditioning. So
yeah, so we're gonna sign off here, guys. I know we said we were gonna keep it to about 2. We're about 2.5. Uptime on the stream is about 2:15. So yeah, everybody's level 15. Guys, I think the book has like 2 chapters left.
Whoa.
That's all that's left in the book.
What?
The campaign, if we look at the back of the book, says for levels 8 to 15. But we're at 15 now.
Boo. Whoa, crazy. I guess we're ready to fight Tiamat.
Yeah, bring it on.
That's because Ted's like, adult dragon, ancient.
Yep, pretty much. So let's see. As far as content that's not like, stat blocks and stuff, this is all that's left. This much right here. 2 chapters. But perhaps more now that there's a new player on the field. This necromantic energy from somewhere.
All I gotta say is that I can't handle the fact that there's 2 chapters left in this book because I've played this character for so long and I don't know what I'm gonna do when I don't play her anymore. She's like the embodiment of my nice side. There's also a lot of bitchy side, but like she's my niceness.
I mean, we've I don't know. I told you there's gonna be some stuff that goes beyond the book. I've got at least 2 things that go after the book. So let's see here. Just out of curiosity, I will tell you one thing, and then we'll jump off. But we can start going around the room. So, Katie, why don't you tell me things about you on the internet? What do you do?
Hi, my name is Katie. I'm here every Monday playing Roswin. Also, I now am on every other Wednesday on Venture Maidens. Celeste, are we playing this week? Because I don't remember.
We are playing this week.
We're
this
playing this
Wednesday.
week.
You can catch Venture Maidens 7:30 Pacific time.
Hell yeah. And I play another tiefling who is a badass. And you should come check it out. You can also find me on the Twitters at lazy_mermaiden.
All right, Renee.
Hi, I'm Renee, and I am also around on the internet. You can find me on Twitter at RayDNR. I am here on Monday nights playing some D&D with these amazing Belladonnas. I'm also on Scoticus Academy for a double feature on Wednesdays, playing Masks, followed by Cypher System Eden, which I'm adapting to an audio drama, and I'm super excited about. You can check that out at Edenfallcast on Twitter. Or you can check out the family-friendly D&D podcast that I DM for, Fate and the Fable Maidens, which is at FateFMcast on Twitter or fatefmcast.com.
And last but not least, Celeste.
Hi, everybody. My name is Celeste Conowitch. You can find me on Twitter at @cconowitch, all over the internet at @cconowitch. Like Katie mentioned, I DM for an actual play podcast called Venture Maidens, which you can find on Twitch this very Wednesday. Also, wherever podcasts are free. If you want more information, check us out, venturemaidens.com. All our schedule, everything is up there. I'm also the co-host for DMnastics, which you can find on the DM's Block channel. Wherever podcasts are free, I'm also the co-host for D&D Community, which is a monthly Wizards of the Coast community talk show. You can find that on Wizards of the Coast. I also DM another show here on the Nerd Immersion channel.
That's
It's
right.
called Mistress of Modules, where we play through short form one-shot, two-shot modules from the DM's Guild that need a little bit more exposure. So we just wrapped up an episode yesterday, but you will be able to check us. We're back on the 9th, playing through a one-shot from the Uncaged anthology, which will be a super good time. So make sure to tune in, and that's on Sundays, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. So check that out, Mistress of Modules. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm Ted. This is Nerd Immersion. We're here every Monday, for real though, maybe this time. And every Tuesday, I play D&D in a room next door to this. Tomorrow is Evil Game number 17. So that should be interesting. You guys heard at the beginning about the weird satyr that's following us around. So we're on a stealth mission, so that's fun. And you know, we are sowing discord wherever we go. We're about to take on an adventuring party of good guys that are coming to help out the town because we screwed it up. So we're gonna kill them before they can do that. And you also get to watch Sean try to go through a character's 10-day training, which some involved interpretive dance for a portion of it. So that was one of the things. Apparently, Tempest wants you to know how to interpretive dance. And then Wednesday will be, for real though, It Builds character again, where I'm doing Samson, the biblical hero, which will be interesting because there's not a whole lot of D&D related stuff, but you guys asked for it, so I'll do it. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it. We've got our sponsors that I talked about at the beginning, which are Initiative Coffee Company and Elderwood Academy. I just put out a video this morning or late last night showcasing the Ultra Pro figurine of Adorable Power, Red Dragon. Jerry, as he's been named, apparently. You can see Renee and JB from Drop the Die with one D, not two Ds, and a stutter in the middle. Where we kind of go over that when we're at D&D Live 2019. They're super cute. Some quality control issues for sure. Check that out. And then again, I'll have a series of videos coming out discussing what I think are hard-hitting, interesting questions that I had with Jeremy Crawford at D&D Live 2019. Like, why are there not going to be any more new classes? The fact that he says no one wants new feats. Prestige classes are a thing of the past. Why Beastmaster Ranger is not as good as new classes that come out. All of those questions I asked him, and I have answers, so I'll give them to you in video form. So there's that. And Gen Con. Katie, are you going now?
Yeah, I need to just go buy my ticket, but I am going to be driving up only Saturday and Sunday because I have no more vacation days. I have like 2 left and I get sick a lot.
Well, that means that all of the Belladonnas will be at Gen Con on Saturday and Sunday.
Live game?
So there's gonna be a live game.
Live game.
We're gonna do pictures, yes.
Hell yeah.
But Saturday, probably, we'll carve out a time and do a live game with everybody at the same physical table. There's also been talk.
That's wild.
There's been talk about a battle royale between all of these folks and the Princes of the Apocalypse folks. They want to have a battle royale. Everybody fights each other. We'll see how that goes. Who knows? And for your information, Katie, episode 1 of Horde of the Dragon Queen was at least published on YouTube. It could have been filmed significantly earlier on December 16th of 2016.
It's been so long.
That
My
is
baby.
how long you've been playing Roswin, back when she was just a cute little boop turning into a snake to wrap around a javelin to get thrown at a guy.
And that was also illegal because snakes have swim speeds, but I was new to druid, so I didn't know.
It's fine. Everything's fine. Thank you all so much for watching. We'll see you guys next week. Have a great night, everyone.
Bye.